She wasn't born into international fame, yet there was always something quietly captivating about her, a presence that felt both tender and self-assured, a screen aura that made viewers pause and pay attention. Yağmur Yüksel didn't arrive in the entertainment world with noise or spectacle. Instead, she built her identity through subtle intensity, transforming natural talent and determination into one of the most promising young faces of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Yağmur Yüksel was born in Turkey, growing up far from the polished sets and bright studio lights that would later define her career. Long before television recognition, she was simply a young girl drawn to performance, fascinated by emotion, storytelling, and the power of expression. Acting was not a calculated ambition at first. It was a quiet passion that gradually shaped her direction. Her early years were marked by discipline and self-development. Like many rising Turkish actors, she invested time in understanding character depth, screen presence, and emotional control. Rather than chasing overnight fame, she focused on building skill and confidence. That foundation would later become her greatest strength. Her breakthrough came with the television series Çiçekleri, a drama that quickly captured attention both domestically and internationally. Portraying a complex female lead, she delivered a performance layered with vulnerability, resilience, and quiet strength. Audiences connected not just to the storyline, but to the emotional authenticity she brought to each scene. The role introduced her to a rapidly expanding fan base. As the series gained momentum across digital platforms and international broadcasts, Yağmur Yüksel became a recognizable name beyond Turkey's borders. Her on-screen chemistry, expressive gaze, and controlled emotional delivery set her apart in a competitive industry known for intense drama and powerful storytelling. Unlike performers who rely solely on dramatic intensity, her style balances softness with strength. She allows silence to speak, often conveying more through subtle facial expression than dialogue. That restraint gives her performances realism, making viewers feel as though they are witnessing genuine emotion rather than scripted moments. Off camera, her image reflects simplicity and elegance. She maintains a refined yet understated public presence, often sharing glimpses of professional shoots, behind-the-scenes moments, and carefully curated lifestyle content. Rather than constant extravagance, her aesthetic leans toward minimalism and natural beauty, reinforcing her relatable appeal. As her popularity grows, so does her influence. Brand collaborations, media interviews, and international fan engagement have expanded her professional reach. While exact financial figures remain private, her rising status in Turkish television and global streaming markets positions her among the new generation of commercially valuable young actresses. What makes Yağmur particularly compelling is emotional sincerity. In an industry where dramatic exaggeration can dominate, she grounds her performances in authenticity. Whether portraying heartbreak, inner conflict, or quiet determination, she connects through honesty rather than theatrics. As of 2026, Yağmur Yüksel stands at a pivotal stage in her career. With a rapidly expanding audience and growing industry recognition, she represents a new wave of Turkish talent crossing borders through digital platforms. Her journey reflects patience, dedication, and belief in steady growth rather than instant spotlight. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A calm strength, a natural charm, and a screen presence that commanded attention without effort. Barış Arduç didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his reputation step by step, turning discipline, patience, and quiet confidence into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Barış Arduç was born on October 9, 1987, in Switzerland to a Turkish family originally from Artvin. His early years were marked by movement and adaptation, as his family later returned to Turkey, where he grew up balancing education with responsibility. Before cameras and scripts entered his life, Barış lived far from the world of fame. He worked various jobs, including lifeguarding and sports-related work, experiences that shaped his discipline, physical strength, and grounded outlook on life. His path into acting was neither rushed nor accidental. After completing acting training at the Sudri Alisa Cultural Center, Barış began with supporting roles in television series, slowly learning the craft from the ground up. Early appearances in projects like Küçük Hanımefendi and Dinle Sevgili allowed him to develop screen awareness, but his true breakthrough arrived with the role of Ömer Ipliksi in Kiralık Aşk. Kiralık Aşk became a cultural phenomenon, and Barış Arduç's performance turned him into a household name almost overnight. His ability to balance romantic charm with emotional restraint resonated deeply with audiences, earning him major awards and international recognition. More importantly, it established him as an actor capable of carrying a project on his shoulders without relying on exaggeration. Rather than staying confined to romantic comedy, Barış deliberately expanded his range. He took on emotionally demanding roles in projects such as Kuzgun, Küçük guest arcs, and later historical and action-driven productions like Alparslan, Biography. Each choice reflected a desire to evolve, testing his limits through darker, more complex characters shaped by power, loyalty, and inner conflict. Barış's approach to acting is calculated and intentional. He avoids repetition, choosing scripts that challenge him physically and psychologically. This balance between popularity and depth has helped him remain relevant in an industry where trends shift rapidly and fame can be fleeting. Off-screen, his public image blends masculinity with composure. He maintains a low profile, rarely engaging in unnecessary media exposure. Known for his long-term marriage to actress Gups Özavi, Barış keeps his personal life private, reinforcing his focus on stability rather than spectacle. His lifestyle mirrors that same discipline. Fitness, structure, and balance play a central role, supporting both his demanding roles and long-term career sustainability. He is selective with brand collaborations, aligning only with projects that match his image and values. Barış Arduç's influence now extends well beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a dedicated fan base across Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America, he remains one of Turkey's most bankable male stars. His estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from acting, endorsements, and long-running collaborations built over time. What truly sets him apart is restraint. Barış understands the power of silence, subtlety, and emotional control. He doesn't chase trends. He builds longevity. That philosophy quietly defines every stage of his career. As of 2026, Barış Arduç stands not just as a leading actor, but as a symbol of measured success and intentional growth in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.